Today we've got really exciting news. Princess has released information about their 2026 Eclipse cruise, so I'll tell you all about that. They've also released some more information about their 2026 World Cruise that will be sailing round trip from Fort Lauderdale and Los Angeles. Also an update on the Radiance of the Seas up there in Vancouver. Finally, I get a lot of questions from people about how to know what to pack to dress for different theme nights on the cruise, what to pack, how to think about booking your specialty dining, all of those kind of things. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday. It is May 3rd of 2024, and let's start at the top talking about the 2026 Eclipse cruise that Princess is going to run. If you've been following along here, we just got off the Discovery Princess. They had a special cruise just for that total eclipse that took place, during in that path of totality there. So we were on board the ship off the coast of Mazatlan. Well, Princess is going to be running a cruise for the 2026 Eclipse, and today they have announced information about that. So first of all, the Sky Princess will be the ship. They will be sailing round trip from Southampton. That cruise is going to be departing on August 8th of 2026. It'll be a 14-day Western Mediterranean cruise. Now, a couple of things about that. They have not released the official itinerary to know, like, this is this day, this is this day, but they have released the information on the ports. So they are going to go to some really amazing ports. Several of them I haven't been to yet, so this is going to be extra fun for us. So they're going to go to Cherbourg, France, which is beautiful. I've been there on land before, not on a cruise. It is so beautiful. They are known a lot there for their art, for their history, as is so much of France, but a lot to see there. Then also Bilbao, Spain, that's up in the northern part of Spain, will be there. Malaga, Spain, which I am so excited to get to go to Malaga. They also have Cartagena, Spain on the itinerary, Gibraltar, Lisbon, Portugal, and La Coruña, Spain as well. So in each one of those ports, I took time to look up. There is so much to see. It's going to be hard to decide what to do on those days that we're in port there, but it's going to be amazing. So they have an excellent itinerary for that. Now let me talk to you for a minute about the Eclipse. So the Eclipse, Spain is part of the path where you're going to want to watch that. As you look at the map and how that path goes, you will notice that when you get up there to Iceland and that region, it's even better. However, I've been thinking about this a lot because Cunard has released 3 cruises that you can view the eclipse on those as well. And when you think about that, one of them has an overnight up in Reykjavik, Iceland, which if you knew the weather was going to be perfect, that would be amazing. At the same time, their other 2 are down. They'll be viewing it in Spain as well. But what I want you to think about when you're trying to decide is the probability of good weather. So you never know. You cannot guarantee weather anywhere, anytime. So I'm very much aware of that. But when you think of August, you truly have a better chance at good weather in Spain than you do in Iceland. Now watch it just be the opposite in 2026 on that day. But when we went, for example, to Iceland last year, we had 4 port stops. We went in mid-July and we missed one of them due to weather, and weather did impact another port to how much we could see everything. And so it's a really hard thing to weigh out. So I would say choose the cruise experience that you would enjoy the most and then think about what you want to do. But we have just decided that we're going to go ahead and stick with Princess for this. We're going to go ahead with Spain, and we're going to do a group. So if anyone would like to come, we would love to have you join us. The cruise is going to go for sale on May 23rd officially. Now, I do not know, in the press release that I've got from Carnival Corp, they do not say if that is the day for elite guests or if everyone's going to be able to book on that day. So I'll be keeping an eye on it as we get closer and let you know. But if you know that you want to go, send me an email so I can put you on my list. I've got some of you on my list already, and we'll just go from there. I don't know how fast this is going to book up. I think it might be kind of fast because the last one booked up really quickly, and we're just coming off an Eclipse cruise, and so many people are excited about this. So let me know what your questions are about it in the comments, or you can send me an email at letsgotraveltips@gmail.com. I have another email address. It's a.larson@dreamvacations.com, but I much prefer letsgotraveltips@gmail.com. The other one is Outlook, and my mind does not think the way that Outlook works. And so I have a much harder time with that. So just send me an email at letsgotraveltips@gmail.com. Now, another update for you, like I mentioned, is the World Cruise. And the World Cruise there on Princess that they have got that is going to be sailing in 2026. If you want to depart from Fort Lauderdale, that will be on January 5th of 2026. And then if you want to leave out of Los Angeles, that will be January 21st of 2026. There are a few things that stand out to me about this World Cruise that Princess is doing. First of all, it is 114 days long, and it visits the most ports that they have ever visited on a World Cruise. So they are going to go to 52 ports in 28 different countries. They're going to have overnights in several places, including Hong Kong, which I had to give that up to be able to go on that Star inaugural in October of 2025. So I'll have to do that sometime. But they are also going to make, this is a really big deal to me, they are going to make an inaugural call in the Philippines. So if you want to visit the Philippines on a cruise ship, this is a great time to do it. If you've been looking to do that, a lot of people actually would like to go to the Philippines on a cruise because they ask me about it. But cruise ship stops in the Philippines are virtually non-existent. And so they are going to make that inaugural call at the port of Boracay, Boracay, and it is a tropical paradise, they say, in the central Philippines. They are known for their gorgeous beaches and resorts. And like I said, this is the first time for Princess calling in this port. Now, I don't know if Princess is trying to open up more visits to that port there with some of their other ships, or if they're going to be looking at other ports in the Philippines. But if they could offer cruises that included ports in the Philippines, they would be so very popular. It's a really big deal to people to be able to get to go. So that's very exciting. So even if you can't do the whole world cruise, you could pick up the segment that includes that if you wanted to. They are also going to have a lot of activities that they talk about, a lot of folk dancing demonstrations, of course, enrichment, all of these things going on that will make that a really special experience for everyone. So if you think that you want to go on that cruise, you have to, if you book by October 31st of 2024, so it gives you time to think about it. Although, you know what, people that know they want to go, they book soon and get the cabin that they want. Included, if you book by that deadline of October 31st of 2024, you get the free Princess Premier package. How exciting is that? And included with that, so you know, the Premier package just gives you 2 specialty dinings during the course of the whole cruise. And it doesn't matter how long that cruise is, you get 2. Well, they are making an exception with the World Cruise. If you book by October 31st, you not only get the Premier package, but you also get a free specialty dining experience every week. You get 1. So that's really nice. They've got the Captain Circle discount of $1,000 for 2 guests. So basically $500 each in a double occupancy stateroom. That Captain Circle discount, the way that works is you get it for $1,000 cheaper for the 2 guests total in the stateroom than it would be for someone that has never sailed with Princess before. That's how that discount works. It's just automatically included when you have your Captain Circle number on the booking as you book. You get $500 of onboard credit each for 2 guests, the first 2 guests in the stateroom. You get free Easy Air economy class for a balcony if you book a balcony, and free first class air if you book a mini suite or suite. And then you also get free transfers from the airports at the beginning and the end of your cruise. So if you think you want to go, book by October 31st. And if you need help with that, just send me an email and I'm delighted to help you. Now, the Radiance of the Seas has been making a lot of news lately. They're the one that started having trouble as they were repositioning up to Vancouver. All of these people got on board the ship, and Royal Caribbean had them go ahead and board the ship on time. They thought they were going to be leaving on time. Turns out they didn't. And so here are some things to think about. I talked to you all a little bit about this when we had the cancellation of those 2 cruises, the 2 inaugurals on the Sun Princess, because a lot of people were left holding the bag in this situation with Radiance of the Seas, like people were with the cancellation of the Sun Princess. A little different, but quite similar from the standpoint. I've read several news reports of people who, went on this cruise, planned it for a really long time, got their time off work, saved up their money. Then they got up there and they didn't get to take the cruise they were expecting. And they are out all of the money for the plane tickets, for all of the other things. And so here are some things to think about. And you know what, at some point, just things happen in life that you don't have any control over and you have to move on. But I would say do your best to get the best travel insurance that you can get. Truly, get the best travel insurance that you can get, because there are loopholes about, instances where the insurance won't cover something, but a lot of times you can get coverage for a lot of things that you would be able to have coverage for. And if you look at it, they are giving the money back for the cruise. You get a refund, and you get, a future cruise credit to go on another cruise. I am thinking about things that you end up having to pay for with like extra hotel rooms. If you end up having to change your flights to go home, those are things that are covered by travel insurance. So make sure that you have some good travel insurance out there. And it's not always the cruise line insurance that's going to cover those things. So really be aware of that and think about it. Now, hopefully that ship is going to depart today from Vancouver. They have had a change of ports. They are going to be calling in Haines, Alaska, rather than in Skagway. And they're talking about the fact that it could be because the port of Skagway there is still waiting for their float dock to arrive that they were going to use with one of the docks for the cruise ships this summer. You might remember that they had it and then it got ruined, so they had to do it again. And so hopefully that's going to get there in time for the really soon, or else a lot of other ships might have to be diverted over to Haines. Haines is beautiful. I think about it as just being down the street from Skagway, because you just go down that the Lynn Canal there, and it's just right over from Skagway. So if you end up having to go to Haines, you can still do a lot of things over in Skagway that you want to do. Just like if you go to Skagway, you can go do all the things in Haines. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and hit that subscribe button? I've got grand plans for all of us, and I want you to be here with us. And also, if you appreciate my updates, will you please give this video a thumbs up? That really helps us out as well, so thanks. Now, let's talk for a minute about how you know what to pack when you're trying to decide you want to participate in any theme nights on the cruise, and you're trying to decide what to pack. So let's talk about that first. First of all, as you get closer and closer to the time for your cruise to go, activities that are on board are going to start showing up in the app. So I would say always look at that first. And look and see like what evenings maybe they're going to have, like a disco party in the piazza, or just look through and see. And they have, activities in different places too. But that's one of the places where people like to dress up for. Like this time they had like an 80s one, and it was really fun to see the things that people brought to wear for that. There was just different nights. There was an ABBA dance night. I actually brought my sparkle shirt for that, and I forgot to wear it, so I didn't wear it. But just kind of look at the schedule of activities. Especially, it's really fun in the piazza at night. Look and see what kind of music they're going to be playing, and if they mention that they've got an 80s night or a 70s night or a 50s night, whatever it is, and then pack accordingly. Take what you would like to wear for that. On some of the cruises, the second formal night, they call it a white and gold night. I have not heard of that quite so much lately, so if you're on a cruise and they've got that, let us know. I really do think it just depends on the cruise director and what they want to do with that, but you could pack something, that's white or gold, or something that's white and gold to wear. And you know what? You could wear it anyway. Even if they don't announce that they're going to have a white and gold party, you can still wear it and it'll still look nice. So don't worry about that. But those are the things that I do when I'm trying to look at what to take. A really important other thing to do is think about what you're comfortable in. That is really important. And I learned that a lot on this last cruise when we were on the Discovery Princess cruise. I have things that I really like to wear, and I feel good in them, and they make me happy. And so I decided to get something else to wear, and I put it on for the first formal night, and I just took it off because I didn't want to wear that. So figure that out. I had to put it back in the suitcase and bring it home again. But make sure that you think about what you're going to be comfortable in. Don't pack things that you think, oh, I don't know if I like that. Just leave those things at home. Leave them at the store, even better if you can figure that out before you buy them. I struggle with that. But really think about what clothes you're comfortable in, what you enjoy wearing, and pack those, and then think of the theme around that. Alrighty. You can do an awful lot with a theme with just a hat or a pair of sunglasses or a scarf, things like that. But really, looking at that schedule of events, I think, is the best way to do it. And the really fun thing is, people post an awful lot of things over on our Facebook group. And so people will be on board ships, and you can pop a question in there and ask them, and they'll let you know. We've got Let's Go family member. They are on the Enchanted Princess right now, and they have been kind enough to put up the princess patterns. And you would it's amazing to me how similar they can be between different ships sailing in the same region and sometimes even in different regions. So take a look at that and it'll give you a really good idea of what's going on. And then the other thing that people ask me a lot about is when to schedule your specialty dining. Now, some people like to start their cruise off and do specialty dining that first night to kick everything off in grand style. They also usually have a really nice dinner in the main dining room on the embarkation evening. But how I do it is I always lay out on the calendar and I look at what we've got planned in every port for every day. And if there is something on board on a certain day that we want to make sure that we're aware of, whether it's formal night or something else, and then take a look and work around that. So if we're going to be in a port late that day, I don't book specialty dining that day. As a general rule, when we book specialty dining, I want it to be a nice experience. So I don't want to just be tearing back on board and not have a minute to get ready for a nice dinner. So I'll usually book a specialty dining on either an early port day or a day that I know we're not going to be in port late and enjoy it that way. So that's something to think about. Usually the first sea day of a cruise is the first formal night. And so if you want to do specialty dining that evening, it's really nice. On the second formal night on Princesses, when they have lobster in the main dining room. And this time the lobster was excellent. I'm just going to say that it was really good. It wasn't as big as the larger lobster tail that I got in the catch by Rudy, but it was really, really good. And so you might want to keep that second formal night open if that is something that you want to get to enjoy. Other than that, I would just say book whenever you would like to. We tend to book dinner. We always like to eat like 6:30. If it goes a little bit later, that's okay with us. I kind of like that better than super early, but just kind of look and see what's available. The other thing to keep in mind is if you want to do an experience and you're on the Enchanted Princess or you're on the Discovery Princess where they've got 360, or you're going on the Sun Princess where they've got Spellbound and all of these other options, you might have to rearrange things a little bit in order to get a reservation if they are tight on space. So pick out the first night that you want to do and then go ahead and go through. And if that's not going to work, pick the second night and see what you can pick up. And the other thing to know is people are reporting that through like the end of December, they are able to book their dining on board the Sun Princess. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to hear what everyone is booking. Out of everything that we have told you about the Sun Princess, what dining experience are you looking forward to experiencing the most on board? Let me know what you think, because I would really like to know about that. Now, if you think of anything else, let me know. And any other questions you've got, or if any of you have any tips that you would like to share with everyone, put it in the comments. And I really appreciate you all being here. Put in the comments if you want to go on the Eclipse cruise. So excited about that. So I'll see you all here again tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye.